What is up, YouTube world? I'm Ashley D. Before I get started, please go ahead and hit that like and subscribe. Also, feel free to share this brief video as well. Everything I state is allegedly not a guaranteed fact, my own personal opinion and observation. So, I am going to give my brief thoughts on Lieonya now coming forward saying she's been smeared. Look, Mr. LaTruth allegedly sent everyone on a smear campaign to defame her character. Okay? First of all, Mr. LaTruth did not send anyone to speak up for what they felt as though was the right thing to do. And far as smear campaign, your people have came forward with several receipts that Don has been dropping daily that indicated that you were a part of a smear campaign, a defamation of character campaign, I'm going to take my soon-to-be ex-husband down campaign, all because he chose to walk away from a bitter baby mama. Your thing was to make sure this man looked more as a monster instead of the person he showed the world and betrayed to all of us who he was. But it backfired on you. You didn't think that he would have people backing him up. You didn't think he would have people pointing out your errors, your mistakes, your lies. You didn't think he would have people, women, that would come forward and deny these accusations with proof from videos, with proof from your own words, with proof from things you said to others, with proof from what you said when you first came out, with proof from you constantly contradicting yourself from one video to another, with proof from his audio himself personally asking you, Lieonya, what have I done to you that was so bad that make you say the things and do the things you do? You didn't say you put your hands on me. You didn't say you verbally, aggressively abused me. You didn't say any of those things. The only thing you said was, you mind F me. What does that mean? He manipulates, he plays games with your mind? That had nothing to do with physical abuse. You had the opportunity to say that to him when it was just you and him on the phone. You used to hurt me so bad. You didn't say any of those things. You said he plays mental games with your mind. And I guess you felt that way because one minute he would say you guys were okay. And the next minute when he get online, he sees 5 more videos out. Several more things out that you put out about him, that you said about him, trying to defame his character. And then when he comes back and approaches you about him, he's upset, as he should be, because he's thinking you guys are cool, while he's continuing on to clear his name up from the tote situation, continue to create skits, continue to be uplifting, encouraging as well to you, because there's several times he's reached out to you to check on you, and you were hurt. You were crying. You were angry because he chose to walk away from this marriage. He chose to detach himself away from this situation. And you could not handle rejection. Just like you could not handle rejection from your first child father. And then you want to say people have been smearing your kids? Who has been smearing your kids? The only person that has been hurting your children is you and your first child's father. Let's make that make sense and let's get that clear. When someone is online pointing out things that you should do as a mother, that does not mean they're smearing your kids. That means you are dropping the ball and you need to pick it up. That means before you decide to go to a salon, maybe you should sit down and comb both of your beautiful daughters' hair out. Your kids come first before you. Your kids should always be your number one priority, like you made Mr. Ed when you were buying lavishing gifts for him, when you were continuing to buy expensive things, throw expensive parties for him, when you went above and beyond for him, when we clearly saw you did the bare minimum for your kids, especially on their birthdays. So people speaking out for the children, for their safety, for their well-being, had absolutely nothing to do with them smearing you. You as a mom, absolutely. And then now you try to twist things as though you're a DV victim, but several times you contradicted that as well. And the difference between you and Mr. LaTruth He did not deny anything. Even in his video, I Hate You More, he said, give me my effing phone. So that lets us know that in that video, he was his true self. He didn't say, give me my phone, you play too much. He said a swear word. So he was being exactly who he was in the audio that we heard in his video. That's the difference between you and him, Lieonya. He admit that everything wasn't perfect. He admit that you guys had verbal altercations a couple of times. We saw clearly on the tape, you in this man face when he was more heavier set. If he wanted to put violence towards you, we saw you slap his hat off his head. We saw you lunge at his phone. We saw you step to him like you were another guy saying, do something, do something. We saw all those things that led us to believe and know in our hearts that any DV victim would not step to her abuser's face and tell them to do something. Make it make sense. In this marriage, this man had to constantly record you for his safety. What kind of marriage was that? And he chose to stick around for you as well as those kids he grew to love. When you have to be in a relationship and in a marriage, whether you're a celebrity or entertainer, influencer, anything of any sort, you should not have to constantly record things for your own protection. I'm glad he did, because this story probably would not be going the way it is now. He probably would not have this evidence and people standing behind him, believing him, because you and your followers feel as though just because you're a female, we should believe what you say. We should feel sorry for you. Newsflash, my mom was a DV victim. And guess what? The math not mathing. The receipts are receipting. Okay? You're on the receipts that Don has released, clearly stating that Mr. Ed has put his hands on you physically. Don only was over there by you because you were a woman and she felt bad and she didn't know everything. She went over there and she got a chance to see who you really were and how evil and malicious that you are and how you've been plotting on her brother. She had a change of heart. And God works in mysterious ways. I am grateful that she did spend that time over there so she could have everything that she needs to clear her brother. Had God not moved in that situation in that moment and had her placed over there to see what she saw, to receive the text message from you, several of them, to show us who you truly are, how easy and gullible you are, how you couldn't stand her brother, how you plotted on him from day one. You wanted to destroy this man. You knew that he was over you, so you took it to another level. You jumped in this relationship that you thought this man was a celebrity playing in the background in a movie. You boosted him up more than what he was. I don't hear you speaking on the doors that he's bringing you in. I don't see those doors yet that you never been in with Mr. LaTruth. We would not know you now had your husband, soon to be ex, brought you through this door and allowed you the opportunity to not go to work a 9 to 5, to be an influencer. He gave you your lifestyle. And you've done everything you can to destroy who he was with the same way he built you up, the same platform, the same way he put you in the spotlight where you are. You chose to use that same platform to try to drag him down. The difference between you and him, he does not deny things were not perfect. You became bitter and hurt. You tried to get with someone to hurt him right away. That didn't work. So what else is next for you? Let's take it to another level. Let me interfere with the relationship that he's had, not only with my child, but his oldest child. Let me try to manipulate that. And you did that. And unfortunately, Sierra allowed you to. You ruined a father and daughter relationship. You came between that. You wanted to try to do everything you can to hurt this man. And now we are here today back at these false accusations. This man that you're loving on, that you're trying to protect, he put his hands on your son. Let's speak on that. Forget everything else. Let's speak on the truth. What are you going to do about this man putting his hands on your son? And we saw the text messages. What did you do in that moment? Did you get mad at your son for stealing the stuff? As you should have chastised him. But I don't think that was cause for a stranger that in that moment you wasn't even with a year to decide to put his hands on your son. He should have came to you, Lieonya, since you watch our videos and you think we're trying to attack your kids and attack your character. We're just exposing who you are. We're just basing the facts off of what you've given us. Everything you've given us. That's what we're pointing out. That's what we're acknowledging. No one is trying to tear you down. No one will want you to hurt yourself. Throughout this whole situation, you want everyone to feel as though you're the victim. Poor you. Why is this happening to me? When several nights, I guarantee you, Mr. LaTruth was wondering the same thing. What did I do wrong, Lord? Why is this woman trying to destroy me? She hates me this bad? How can she be married to me for 6 years, want to have a child with me, and turn around the very next day and hate me? That goes to show you what kind of heart you have and what your motive is. Nobody can walk away from you completely without scars. Nobody can walk away from you completely without being damaged and drained, because you are a damaged, draining energy. You are a demonic entity. You use your platform to not only try to destroy this man, but you took his brother platform down for speaking out the truth. You want everything to point at him, but when your truth comes out, you can't handle that. And now you think that since you're trying to, once again, take him down, put things off on him, just like you did when Mr. Ed was out of town with those 2 women. We clearly heard he was with 2 girls in a car that was being inappropriate for a man in a relationship. What did you guys decide to do? Let's put it on Mr. LaTruth. Let's put it on him that he's just that pressed. Even though he filed for divorce, that was clear. It was clear that you reached out to his brother and he tried to help you guys save the marriage, but Mr. LaTruth felt as though the marriage was not worth saving anymore. He was drained. He was throwing in the towel. So now you bring this young guy, and instead of you guys laying low for a while about that, or him publicly apologizing to you, or maybe even saying, that's not what our ears heard. Something of the nature, owning up to what he's done, that he hasn't done from day one with the Pretty Bree situation. Everything is a lie, right? Everybody's lying on you guys, trying to take you down. You had the nerve to say your ex-husband hacked your page. So a man that's divorcing you, what desire would he have out of hacking Mr. Ed's page? And putting that on there, right? And putting that audio. So was he hiding in that car in that moment? Was he hiding out of town on vacation? And he decided to record, put this secret recorder in there, bug the car, and then expose it on his page for your ex to only get his page back immediately? No one has ever got their page back within 10 minutes that was hacked, Lieonya. Make it make sense. Why would he feel the need to hack your page when he was no longer invested in you? I am Ashley D. Please feel free to leave your opinion down below what you think about this situation. I will be speaking to each and every one of you soon. Have a blessed day.